Imagine two organisations. One is led by a leadership team whose members are open with one another. They passionately debate important issues and commit to agreed decisions, even if they initially disagree. They call each other out when their behaviours or performance needs correction, and they focus their attention on the collective good of the organisation. The second is led by a team whose members are guarded and less than honest with one another. They hold back during difficult conversations, make half-hearted commitments to decisions, and hesitate to call each other on unproductive behaviours. Often they pursue their own agendas rather than those of the greater organisation. Which of these organisations do you think is going to be the most successful? Due to the complexity of the world today and the requirements of all the various stakeholders, the customers, the employees, the shareholders, even the communities in which we operate, for any business, small or large, the days of all the integration aspects of its stakeholders being managed by a charismatic founder CEO are past and gone. It now requires a leadership team, an integrating group at the top, not an integrating individual. Welcome to Summit Scale, where people come to learn how to transform from entrepreneurship to leadership and grow their small business to mid-sized company. Many businesses are run by well-intentioned leadership teams who have a good understanding of the details of their business, but they don't spend a lot of time thinking or talking about why their organizations exist or what value should drive their behaviors. And though they talk about being strategic, they can't articulate a clear, simple strategy, and they don't have a consistent method for evaluating their decisions. The leadership team is constantly managing against a long list of broad-ranging goals, some of which may not be compatible and most of which relate to only a few members of the team. In a cohesive leadership team, the members share a common passion for what they're committed to, abiding by the same set of values. They have a clear plan for success and know exactly how they differ from the competition. At any given moment, they can articulate their top collective priorities, and they understand how every member of the team contributes to achieving that. Most importantly, your leadership team needs a level of trust that permits true debate and constructive conflict to occur. What prevents this in larger companies is politics. What blocks it in growing companies is typically friendship. Members of the team must be willing to challenge each other in making decisions and exposing the brutal facts of an issue. Understand this, it's the leadership team that sets the standard of behaviour for the whole organisation and ultimately the level of performance. It's kind of like a family. If the parents' relationship is dysfunctional, then the family will be too. If you want to build your top team to a level of trust that has proper debate and constructive conflict, then the team members must be willing to challenge each other in making decisions and getting to the facts of a situation. To get you started on developing a more open, more cohesive team, I highly recommend an exercise called One Thing. At your next quarterly or annual planning meeting, each member of the team receives feedback from the others on their single greatest strength or most admirable ability, as well as their biggest weakness or hindrance to the success of the company. The exercise is done out in the open with the entire leadership team present. I believe those peer reviews that are conducted anonymously actually do more harm than good. After everyone has received the feedback from their team members, each then must choose one thing that they will commit to doing differently going forward based on the feedback. It's a short, simple, very powerful and effective, and it leads to great insights which improves the openness and honesty of the team. And it should take no longer than an hour or two to complete. I've done this with many teams and it always produces great long-term results. Some teams perform this exercise regularly at their quarterly or annual planning meetings and the results just get better every time. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'm Shane Spears of Summit Scale. See you next time.